We all know that violence plus drug and alcohol abuse impacts all of us. But at the Willow Tree Center, we know that there are solutions. Solutions that we can learn from willow trees. Willows are flexible trees that will sway when confronted with heavy winds, returning to their center after the storm is over. As much as we'd rather not, there will be times when we are confronted with the harshness, the storms of life. But, like the willow, we can sway and move with the winds till the sun reappears. And when we lift our heads and shake ourselves off, we will find ourselves still fully rooted and centered as our true selves. Be flexible. When a willow is invaded by leaf-eating bugs, the willows will emit a chemical to become distasteful to the bugs, thereby encouraging them to leave. Willows practice self-care. We encourage you to practice self-care and self-soothing when dealing with painful situations. The unhealthy alternatives to not practicing self-care too often lead to destructive behaviors, like alcohol and drug abuse, depression, suicide, destructive and abusive relationships, bullying, and other forms of violence. Practice self-care. Research shows that when pests attack willows, the trees warn the other willows in the area through a pheromone release, thereby taking care of their community. We can do the same by watching out for one another and encouraging the development of peaceful, caring communities and families through consistent acts of kindness. Even when we don't feel like it, behave this way and you will feel better. Act with kindness. Be flexible. Practice self-care. Act with kindness. We call these 3 points Simple Willow Wisdom. And while they may seem simple, when put into action, their results are tremendous.
What's so special about this place? For me, it's pretty huge. They saved my life. I was embraced right away here with love and without judgment. My family brought me here, and I sat down with Sue Nobleman, and she basically saved my life that day.
I'm the stepmother of a drug and alcohol addict. We had been dealing with these problems for years. We had tried other facilities, and we finally went to Willow Tree. And I have to say that I'm convinced that Willow Tree saved the life of our son, and that if it were not for the Willow Tree, he would probably be living in a cardboard box somewhere.
By integrating Keys to Inner Vision with Simple Willow Wisdom, it empowered the children to go out and do it and be it. The results were amazing. Within 2 weeks, I saw these kids come back with smiles on their face, joy in their eyes and hearts, telling me how they were practicing Simple Willow Wisdom, how they were seeing Simple Willow Wisdom, and how they were sharing it with others.
I found a difference with the Willow Tree in their experience and their ability to communicate and work with a family. Now my ex-husband and I are working together to help my daughter work through high school, which she finds to be a challenge. That has really helped us to better understand where we stand and what our common goal is as a family.
There is no other program like this in the state of New Jersey. We are the first. There are support groups for parents who've lost children, but not to addiction. One of the things that we all feel comfortable with is being able to openly express our feelings here. We all feel very safe. We are all on the same page here. And it's very comforting to know that you can share your feelings and thoughts with these other members of this group without feeling silly or embarrassed or ashamed. We understand each other's feelings, and this environment here is very safe for us. It's been wonderful.
I love coming to this Thursday night group. Everyone is so supportive and so understanding with what my addiction is and what I go through on a daily basis. It is completely confidential, and that's why I have no problem saying anything to anybody when I do come here. I recommend this program to anybody that walks through this door with any type of addiction, and I do recommend this to my friends as well, and I've gotten new people to come to support as well as work on their own recovery.
The environment at the Willow Tree Tin Institute is something that you can't find in a lot of places. It's really warm and inviting, and everybody feels like they have their own special place there. And the tools that we gain, we take back into our schools, we teach to others, and we use them to enrich our own lives and to help us live drug-free, healthy lives.
Willow Tree has definitely changed my life in so many ways, and it's definitely given me a more positive outlook on life and changed the way I look at life.
My favorite thing about Willow Tree is our idea of at camp having a positive influence on people's lives and then passing that down when they go back to their schools and they pass it down to kids there, and it just is like a snowball effect.
What I wanted to create here was a very safe and special place. A place that mirrored the experience that I had as a little girl when my father planted a willow tree for me. He wanted to create a place for me to dream, imagine, play, feel safe, to try on all kinds of new adventures. People tell me that upon walking into this place, they feel the safety, they feel the difference. And I'm so grateful. I'm just so grateful.